Hi everyone, welcome back to another weekly Outlook video for the second week of September. Here we have the news for the week on the screen, where we can see we have no news on Monday and Tuesday, which means that is not a trading day. No, that's not the case again. As there is no such bank holidays, you can be trading Monday and Tuesday. Okay, because there will be volume, it's just that there is no volume with for the as a volatility injector with the news. That's it. Okay, so if the market does provide you some good setup, you can be taking that. Now that's up to you, but yeah, I do trade news on sorry, no news days. Okay, now here on Tuesday again, no news. On Wednesday we got a news on USD pair, so it's a kind of good day. We have the volatility injector at 6 p.m. with the news. Thursday we got CPI coming with us, so you should not be trading before the news, and you can be trading post news. That would be a good trading day. On Friday again we have the news, so not a big deal. We can be trading that day. So news overall is good. Overall the week is good. You don't have something weird. Okay, so you can be trading whole week only once you get a good setup, right? So now let's just jump onto the charts and try to understand what the market is showing us. So if you watched the weekly outlook video last week, so we talked about the previous week target is going to be this low and then this low and this low. Well, we just tapped the first target and we couldn't go lower, which is okay, which is fine because we have been chopping for a while on DXY. Okay, and now if you look at the daily time frame, what we can see over here is that we did fail to hold that daily fair value gap. Okay, out of the whole big range, I believe this is the first fair value gap which was created, so you can say, okay, now the trading conditions are better in a way, and it does manage to fail again. Okay, so which means it's kind of bearish, and the fact we took out the high, okay, and then we even took out the lows. Okay, but yeah, with this being invalidated, I do price going lower. First target going to be the Friday's lows, then it's going to be the 24th July low, and then it's gonna be this. So we'll see how far we can expand off, but yeah, if it does manage to close, if it does manage to stay below this daily order block, then I do expect the market to go lower. Now even if you look at the H4, you can be looking for some SMT diverges to pair your short or long trades on euro. Okay, kind of look very clean if you have good eyes. Okay, now here on euro USD, okay, you can see the same shit that, okay, I will be looking for longs with some manipulation to be done, and then yeah, that's gonna be, you have to work on your entry trigger, whatever it is for you. But yeah, if you ask the bias, it's gonna be bullish in my opinion if it does get some confirmation. But yeah, don't trade trades blindly. Now going into the GBP, kind of looking even better in terms of, price action based than GBP, so you can be looking forward to long on this pair or whatever favorite pair is yours with some sort of SMT on this chart. Okay, and yeah, if you look at the DXY again, we got the SMT with this high, so we took out the low on GBP, which you can see on Friday 22 August, and we just that on, we couldn't take that high on DXY, which is creating a bearish SMT divergence, so which is a good sign. It would be better confirmation if it does manage to close below this low, which will create another change in share of delivery, which will be a nice bearish continuation sign. But yeah, it's okay, we did manage to close below the fair value gap. Still, it's a good bearish sign, so you can be looking for shorts. Now going into the XAU, which has been quite decent, and if you watch the previous week outlook again, it would be a great trade if you took any trades along on gold, right? Because the target was the previous week all-time high, and we did crush it with so much good volume and so much good strength, which is good to see. Now with these trend, I'm not gonna be a blind shotter for sure, at least unless we don't take the previous week, which means this week's high. Okay, now here if you look at the 1 hour chart, which you can see, we had this 1 hour fair value gap in the demand zone, which will be my POI next week to take long from. Okay, till this minus 2.5 standard deviation, which also is previous week high as a target. So if it does manage to go below this, and if it give me the entry trigger, that would be nice long to this area. So I'll be looking forward to that. And yes, again, we'll enter off based on the lower time frame structure, time frame and everything. So make sure you know what you're doing. Okay, now going into the Nasdaq, we had a very great week, uh, where we got almost 10-hour trading indices. And recently I've been just trading indices because this is giving me some better opportunities. So if you ask me about indices, to be honest, there is no such clear bias for me going into the next week. I'd rather wait for the price, let it do something, and decide what. I'll often see what Monday does to decide my whole entire week to determine my bias. Because if you say in simple words, it sounds like, okay, we have an SMT at the highs, we took out the high, internal high, and we created a bearish fair value gap, right? Sorry, bearish candle with a rejection candle type, which is kind of okay. But yeah, again, we have the SMT at the lows too. If you look at the H4, we have been showing some good signs of strength. And now again, it will be, if I see some bearish continuation sign on Nasdaq, then I might be looking for longs. But yeah, we'll see. For me, I'm like a scalper on Nasdaq, so I don't need much of daily bias. So even a H1 bias can give me a good trade basically. So that's not a big deal for me. Same goes with XPX and US30. Okay, looks bearish, but we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna let the Monday do its job. If you wanted to have more clarity, let the Monday do its job, and then you decide on Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, because you can wait for a better trade. You don't need to chase or trade every day. You know. Now going into gold, we already talked about this. Okay, let's take a look at crude oil too. Okay, so we took out the previous day high here. Sorry, previous week high. We did manage to close bearish, and close below this two bullish candle in a row, which is a change in state of delivery. Again, good bearish continuation sign, and third weekly fair value gap too, from where we rejected from. So it's a very good trade opportunity. If you trade crude oil, you can be looking for charts till this low at least for a good short opportunity, and then this low as your final target. Pretty decent way if you just trade them. Okay, now let's talk about some crypto pair. Well, if you ask me, I haven't been trading crypto recently. It's just because there are better options and I'm getting way better opportunities in trading forex and indices these days. And if you ask me, crypto again is bearish unless we don't manage to close below and start showing strength. And to be honest, if you ask me again, if you really wanna build some swings, the best swings you get is always post CPI. Okay, because if you even see here, this is the CPI news which formed the high. Again, this is the CPI news which formed the low, and again this is the near the CPI event which formed this low. Even I think most of the highs and lows are formed near the news of CPI, and then if post that, we see very good move on Bitcoin. So telling you from my experience, if you really want to trade Bitcoin, just because you are addicted to it, like, I don't cheat Bitcoin, I can be trading forex, I can be trading indices, then simply yes, you can be trading it. Just make sure you manage your risk, and yeah, post CPI trading Bitcoin is the best thing to do. Okay, so yeah, that's it for Bitcoin. Again, above these range bullish, we had not had such a big moves, so that nothing has been changed. It's just that we have nice daily displacement over here, which can let the price go higher. But yeah, again, it need the strength, it need the volume to flip it and then go higher. And same goes with Ethereum. It's been sideways, no such daily fair value gap being created, completely sideways environment. And on Doge, again, it's sideways. Solana do looks good on monthly, to be honest, and even weekly. So I would be looking forward to see it going higher. Doesn't mean I will be trading it. I just wanted to see it going higher and smashing all-time highs. Maybe the strength will kick in into Solana pairs. So that's something I'll do look forward to. Apart from that, there is nothing much for the charts for me to talk about. To be honest, this is my third video I'm recording for this weekly outlook, because two just crashed out from some reason, and I'm really frustrated. I don't really want to make this weekly outlook, but yeah, for you guys, I'm just making it. So if you're still watching this video, I do appreciate that. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and yeah, comment your attendance, please. Yeah, till the time, good night. I'll see you on next week. Okay, and thank you so much. Make sure you join my Telegram too, by the way, guys. Okay, I'll be updating some daily analysis there. So yeah, thank you. Bye bye.